Well, and I've talked about it's very important. Virginia today is a very low tax state, but I have continually said there are three taxes that we ought to take a look at that I think are very regressive for businesses. Obviously, the professional business license fee, the merchant capital tax, the machinery and tool tax. And what I've said, I'd like to form a commission to look at alternative ways. This would be done at the local level on a voluntary basis. It would be up to the local communities to make the decision whether they would want to do it or not. It would have to be done in a tax revenue neutral way. But if there are certain taxes that are regressive to starting businesses and bringing businesses in, then we ought to take a look at that. As it relates to the professional business licensing fee tax, you pay taxes even if you have no profit yet. Into a startup business, and we want to have many startup businesses. We'd love to see our students who are getting out of our college and universities going right out and doing startup businesses, and we want to bring in startup businesses from around the globe. It's very hard to come to Virginia and say, I want to start a business and I'm going to have to pay a tax, even though I don't have any profit yet. So I think we ought to look at it. I stress it will be done on a voluntary basis, but if we can change the tax system to allow at the local level for businesses to come and to be successful, that is something that we should encourage. It's very important that we need to grow and diversify the economy, and doing it obviously makes sense. As you know, my opponent has proposed a $1.4 billion tax cut. I'd love to sit here today and tell you that I'm going to promise you billions of dollars of tax cuts. But as you know, you have to pay for these types of things, and there's no such thing as a free lunch. As the former Republican chair of the House Appropriations Committee said, that as well as Senator Warner have said, that this could be potentially disastrous for our budget. You can't propose tax cuts without saying how you're going to pay for them. And the problem could be is that you end up cutting education at a time we should be investing in education. To take $1.4 billion a year, or close to $6 billion out of our budget over the next 4 years, could be crippling to education, to public safety, and that's not how we grow and diversify our economy. So smart tax regulations and doing the things we need to do.